Let's say good morning to Dana Knowles, inventor at large. Good morning, Dana. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. I heard you had a we're talking about history inventing.
Yes.
Was that the Etch-a-Sketch that they the erasable was
pad?
It eventually
Yeah.
the Etch-a-Sketch?
I don't think it was called. It sounded a little bit like that because you could shake the Etch-a-Sketch but he just called it like the erasable pad.
Everybody had one. Remember?
Yeah, yes,
we all had one. Yeah,
with the little knobs on it.
Right.
And
That was considered maybe high tech then.
That was high tech.
Spend all day making some intricate drawing, and then your brother come by and shake it up, and it was gone.
Yeah, that's pretty
I thought it was a dumb toy myself.
No, it wasn't.
pretty cool.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I
thought it was kind of neat.
It was it was the equivalent to the fidget spinner thing, I think, for us.
Don't
kids.
get him started on fidget spinners.
Okay. Let's not go there.
Anytime I have something like that, he takes it away.
He plays with it all show long. Dana, what do you have in front of you there? Because you're big time here.
I know. So my jaws hurt from smiling so much over the past week. So for about the last 6 years, I've been working on a project. It's called the Hanging Shower Caddy. So I'm going to show it right there. Okay.
Yep.
If you're going to Amazon it, the name would be Hanging Fabric Shower Caddy. The keyword in there, fabric, which will come to the top of the page.
So it's sold under different names.
No, well, the company Grand Fusion that I licensed it to calls the product Hanging Shower Caddy.
Right.
But for Amazon purposes, they threw the word fabric in there, so it would differentiate from every other hanging shower caddy on Amazon.
But it is the same
thing.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about your idea for the Hanging Fabric Shower Caddy.
Okay. So I don't know if anybody else suffers from the shower curtain blow-in.
Sure.
You do? You've seen it.
In
we
the
all
past,
know.
I have.
Yeah, well, everybody thinks it's because there's a draft, but it really is because the hot air rises, rolls out over the top of the curtain, comes back down, and pushes the cold air in. And that's why.
I didn't know this would be a science lesson.
Sounds like a science experiment.
It is a whole scientific reason that does it. So with that being said, drive me crazy forever and a day. And I was, they say you come up with the best ideas in the shower. I was literally in the shower. And I just looked at the bottom of the shower curtain and said, you know what? It's weight. There's got to be weight. And they make suction cups and magnets and different things, but nothing seemed to work for me. So I'm a seamstress. So the next day, I went down to my store, I grabbed some fabric, put a little grommet on the top, made it very long, about 60 inches the size of a regular shower curtain, and put a pocket in the bottom, and put a bottle of shampoo in the bottom pocket, and voila, it worked. So I made a few more and tested them a little bit just at my house, and then in my shower, and then having product lined up all around the back of my tub, thought, well, what if I make some more pockets? So boom, 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 I make some more pockets, and this one here has 7 pockets. The original, if there's going to shine on it, the original product, I only think I had 4. And then
Debbie and I had one of those original products.
You did have? Were you in my test marketing?
I was, yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. That is.
It has to be like 5 years ago. It seems
that
like.
was it was a while ago. Yeah. So I tested it and I perfected it because the prototype, we call it, inventors call making a prototype Frankensteining something together. So I tested it and I perfected it for years. I did that kind of on my own. And I think it was about 3 years ago.
3 years ago,
maybe
okay.
3.5, 4 years ago.
All right.
I got 25 people in the test market and asked them if they had the problem. 2 things, either the shower curtain blowing or the clutter in the shower. And all 25 people loved the product, except for one. One person said, well, it really didn't solve the problem for me because I don't have clutter and I don't have the blow-in. And I thought, then why are you even in the test market?
They shouldn't even have been in the test
It's like
market.
having me test a cat product when I don't have any cats.
Correct.
Come on, right? So
sense.
I just knocked that one out. So, 24 out of 24 people liked the product.
Awesome. That's 100%.
And, 100%. So I knew I had something. But what am I going to do with it? Am I going to venture it? What am I going to do? I have no idea what to do. Over the years, I've been an inventor for years. Just it's a curse. It's a gift. I don't know what it is, but I see a problem and I need to solve it.
You're Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Yes, kind of, sort of like that, but not quite so tech. Mine are very low key.
And you have better hair.
I have better hair. Mine are very, very low key. So very non-tech. So I knew I had something, but I didn't know what to do with it. So over the years, I just kept perfecting the prototype. And then I met a guy, and his name is Stephen Key. And Stephen Key wrote a book called One Simple Idea. And I downloaded the book off Audible, and I listened to it once, and I thought, that makes pretty much sense. So I listened to it a couple more times. And Stephen talks about licensing and how to take an idea, show it to companies, and have them basically do all the work, and I get paid a royalty. And that's what I did.
So this whole process took how long?
I'm going to say from time of there's two. I'm going to do two different time frames. Time of conception idea to now, approximately 6 years.
6 years.
Okay, that's when I first got the idea and said, okay, I'm going to do something with it. But the time that I started to study under Stephen Key till now, 2 years and 4 months.
Okay. So did you have to go to manufacturers' shows or pitch your idea? How did you find a manufacturer?
You definitely have to pitch your idea to. Okay, so there's a whole 10-step process. The first step is to do a thorough search, making sure your product's not out there, because I might not see it, living over here in the Eastern Panhandle at the stores we go to, but the world is, very large, and with the internet, it makes it very, very easy to search. Make sure your product's out there, and then make sure there's a need for it. I do a presentation on how to take your idea from idea to store shelves, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit too, but make sure there's a need for it. And I use the example of, I may invent the best skunk trap that there is, meaning you can catch your skunk and you can, it'll get in the box and it can spray out once, but the smell doesn't, go anywhere.
Sure.
But how many people need a skunk trap?
So you're not working on one right now, then?
No, I'm not working on a
okay.
skunk trap.
All right.
But that's the idea, is make sure there's a market for it. So when Stephen talks in his book, One Simple Idea, he talks about simple ideas. Find an existing product and tweak it. Make it better. There's a lot of fabric hanging shower caddies on the market. Mine's better.
What differentiates yours from all the other ones? And did you have to worry about trademarks or patents or anything like that?
Well, I did. First question, what differentiates mine from the other ones is mine's very long. It's long. It's not square and short.
It's basically the length of a curtain.
Almost. It's about, the average shower curtain is 62 inches, so this is, I think, it says
Because
on here
most
how
of the
long.
caddies
it's
are those-
53 inches.
Okay.
Most of the caddies are the ones you hang over the shower faucet, right?
Most of
Or
them, those
spout, or
are in
whatever
the
that's
corner. There's
called.
corner units, and
Right.
there's the fabric ones, though, are short and square, and the pockets are super short. These pockets are really deep. You can fit, like you can see, that's a real bot right there. That's a good sized bottle of shampoo in
Right,
there, so
yeah.
it fits very dark, very deep.
By the way, the link to purchase this is on our Facebook page right now as we speak.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You're quite
Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah. And if you're going to you can get it off two ways. GrandFusionHousewares.com. They have it on there. They sell them single for $9.99, or you can go to Amazon and type in hanging fabric shower caddy. That'll bring it right up to the top of the page.
Are they in
And-
brick and mortar stores yet?
No, they're not. They're in some catalogs. LTD Commodities owns a whole slew of catalogs, and they'll be hitting some of their catalogs. They own Harriet Carter and a lot of other catalogs, so they'll be hitting that in the spring of 2020. They are not in brick and mortar. Surprisingly enough, and I found this all out because this is such an education for me, the Bed Bath & Beyond buyer loved it. But she said, show me sales somewhere else, and then I'll put it on my shelf.
I see.
Okay. So, to take an idea from its beginning stage all the way through the processes of getting it on the market has to cost some money. So, you've got to have lawyers, you've got to have whatever, right? Manufacturing. So, how many do you have to sell to just break even?
Okay, well, let me back up, because I don't have lawyers, and I don't have manufacturing. I don't have packing, I don't have shipping, I don't have warehouse. I have nothing, because the company, Grand Fusion Housewares, took my idea and did everything for me.
Okay.
And I get a royalty of sales, royalty of the wholesale price, which is on average is going to be between 3 and 8% for a product like mine. So we're looking at 5% for my product.
Is that how most young new inventors do it, or
Well,
do they try to scale up on their own?
Well, see, I don't want to venture. Gosh, I'm trying to retire, not start another business. I don't want to venture it myself. I don't know.
I don't blame you. I think how you did it is great.
How am I going to go to China and even find a reasonable? Or you can't really. I mean, I suppose you could do it in the United States, but I don't have the first idea of how to find a manufacturer, how to make packaging, or how to ship it from. I can imagine it would only cost, what, $250,000, $500,000 to get something like this made, and then no retail place, and I'm just going to use Bed Bath & Beyond because everybody knows that, no retail place is going to even look at me with a one product, one SKU. You know, one product. They want companies that have a lot of products. So then they deal with one person, with one company with a lot of products. So I would have a heck of a time getting it into retail. But Grand Fusion is already in all the distribution. Now, one may think 5% isn't very much. So let's just say on average, I am going to make, and this blows people's mind, I'm going to make 25 cents per item. They plan on selling $500,000 a year.
So that's $125,000.
And I have done nothing.
Except come up with the idea.
I came up with the idea, and I own the idea. Oh, we talked about the patent. There's three kinds of. There's a regular patent that you can get, a utility patent, and then there's a design patent, and then prior to that, what I did was filed a non-provisional patent application. That is not a patent. That's an application that I filled out. I made a general good description of my idea, filed it with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and I got a date of when I own it. So the paperwork has been filed. So that's $110.
Okay. So your out-of-pocket cost of what you're saying haven't been that great.
No, it has not. Probably for this product, I'm going to say maybe $1,000 I put out of my pocket.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So we might have an inventor out there listening to the show today.
Exactly.
Advice. What advice would you give that person?
Figure out whether you want to start your own business and get all the facts of starting your own business, and then start to look at licensing, because those are the two choices inventors have. You're either going to make it yourself, or you're going to give it to somebody else and let them run with it.
I know someone in San Diego that I've actually helped with. I think I told you about her, and she has this great idea for an invention. She's invented it, but she's doing the scale up on her own.
Right.
And you're right. It's a lot of heartache.
It's a lot of heartache, and it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of money, and I'm not old, but I don't have that much time to be messing around with that. I just would rather, give the idea to somebody else. And nowadays with Shark Tank and, all the other, oh, you got an invention, come and show it to me. Now's the time to jump on the licensing bandwagon, because companies are looking for ideas. The company that I work with, Grand Fusion, they're always looking for good ideas, although they can only take so many a year. It's a rather small company. They've been around for, I think, 3 years or 4 years. But say you're a big company, and I'm not talking big company P&G. I'm not talking, in fact, P&G doesn't really look at us small little guys, but an average sized company, and they have, 4 or 5 product developers in the back. Well, that's only 4 or 5 minds. But if they open up to outside innovation, they have a whole world of minds that can send ideas. Probably the biggest mistake that I made was when I was first showing this shower caddy to companies. I just kind of Googled companies in the shower, companies with shower caddies. And I started sending the idea out to everybody. And what I realized is, some companies only dealt in wood, some companies only dealt in metal, so I had to make sure that I dealt with companies that had mesh products. But it's getting educated, and I'm not here to plug a book. I'm not here to plug anything, but the best choice that I ever made was the day that I bought that book, One Simple Idea by Stephen Key.
Were you ever afraid along the way that as you introduced this product to a company, they might steal the idea from you? And
yeah, absolutely.
What did you do to prevent that?
Well, I first filed that provisional patent application.
Oh, you did that first.
And,
okay.
and that gives me the right to say patent pending on anything that I send. And when a company sees patent pending, because it's really bad practice to say patent pending when it's not patent pending, that would be, faulty information. So the company is going to look at me and say, okay, this inventor did what she needed, her due diligence to make sure that, there's some protection on it. And nowadays with companies wanting outside inventors to send their products, it would be really, really bad for a company to steal an idea, because we as the small inventor have very, very loud voices via Facebook.
Social media is even the field out, right?
Yeah. We can really, start a good buzz and say, hey, don't go with this company or that company.
Dana Knowles is our guest here, and Dana has, let me get my right button here. invented and brought to market the hanging shower caddy, also known as the hanging fabric shower caddy. It's linked
We
right
can
now.
take it out of the package if you
go
want
ahead, take
to.
it.
Yeah, let me take it out of the package real quick.
Linked right off of our Facebook page. You can hit the link and purchase one even as we speak right here, or learn more about it there. And Dana spent years designing this,
Years. Well, yeah.
bringing it to market,
Yeah, something like that.
testing it.
A lot,
And
yeah.
now the first batch sold out, you said.
It did. Well, I got to tell you, I had this open this morning. I got some good tape on it. Shoot.
You want some scissors?
Yes, please. I want to open it because I want to show it.
One of the things. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say one of the things that I'd like you to talk about also is this community of other inventors. I happen to know. I happen to know that you're a part of something larger, that it becomes a whole association. Because I was one of your guest speakers at the Washington Inventors Club.
You were.
And that was actually held at the United States Trade and Patent Office.
Yeah, I am the treasurer of the Inventors Network of the Capital Area.
I think you were actually president the year I went.
I was president the year
Right,
because
yeah.
the job of president is to get the speakers. And I asked Dave because we came and talked about doing commercials for fundraising, or I mean for crowdfunding, and what that entails. What was the question?
Well,
my group of inventors.
I think it's interesting that you actually are a part of a group of other inventors, and so I know the night that I was there was 45 other inventors in the room.
Every month we meet. We meet at Nova Labs now. The USPTO is a great place to meet, and when we have really big speakers like Stephen Key that wrote One Simple Idea came in, of course we pack that place, 200 people in there. But on a monthly basis, we have anywhere between 30 and 40 or 50 inventors or wannabe inventors, or hey, I got an idea, I don't know what to do with it, to inventors that have their own patents or design patents, trademarks. We have lawyers come in, and we all network together, and we always have speakers that come in. Sometimes live speakers will be there more. We like to have the actual person there, and because it's in Washington, D.C., we have a slew of people that are, in the inventing world or some branch of the inventing world, because there's so many things you can talk about. Or we'll do a Skype. Like we have, Ryan Mulvaney is a Amazonaholic. He calls himself Amaholic or something, and he's going to be speaking. He's from California, so he's going to come on, and we're going to do a live Skype, Q&A.
Can you hold up the caddy there?
I can. Here, okay.
Get to our segment here for news.
These have a grommet that you can you see that on? Yeah. Okay, a grommet or Velcro. And then there's a smaller pocket up top. You can actually put your cell phone up there because it sits so high up, it's not going to get wet, which people love, love, love. And then there's as the pockets go down, the pockets get deeper. And then this is how deep the bottom pocket is. And when you put an average bottle of product in the bottom pocket, it's going to stop the shower curtain from blowing in.
And
it's going to clean up all your stuff, get it all out of sight. And it hangs behind the shower curtain. So when you're in the shower and you have the shower curtain, I always do it closed or open or however, you're in there, you got everything at your fingertips. And then when you close or open the shower curtain, everything just accordions behind the shower curtain, and you can't see anything. It's
what if
great.
you don't have a shower curtain? You have a glass door or a sliding door or whatever.
I think that you can get shower curtain hooks and somehow, some way, just hang it over. My mom does that with hers. She just got a little hook. And hung it over.
I presume that's machine washable?
Oh, absolutely. That's the good thing. How many caddies are so nasty? And you can hang bottles upside down. You can put clips on it, washcloths, whatever.
And how long? What is the expected lifespan of that?
Forever.
So it won't wear out.
I don't think it will wear out. I've been using. It's made of really good mesh. The trim around it is good. It's not. It doesn't stretch out. It's. I can't imagine that there would be a lifespan on it. Eventually, everything's going to wear out.
Well,
but forever sounds a lot.
Having only seen the test market one a few years back, that's so much sleeker than the original one you did.
Yeah, and what's really cool is...
the fun I can see, it's basically the same product, but it's just so cool looking now.
Well, it's interesting. There's so much to talk about with this, with inventing. We talk about Frankensteining something together. So my original prototype that I sent to this company it didn't look like this, but it looked like, worked like. It didn't need to be exact. And that's where people say, well, I need to get a prototype, I need to get a manufacturer, I need to get this. No, you don't. You need to make it look like and work like. Because the company you're sending it to or showing it to is going to get it. They're either going to get it or they're not. And if they don't get it, then you need to relook at your cell sheet information. But there's so much more to talk about with this. I do want to say that if anybody out there is listening and they are interested in learning more about my story and the longer process, I am going to be doing a presentation at the library. I just don't know the date yet. So
City of Martinsburg Library
in the
downtown?
yeah. It'll probably be, I'm shooting for a Thursday night here in the next couple weeks. So I do have a Facebook page. The Hanging Shower Caddy is my Facebook page, so check that out. I'll be posting when I'm going to be doing that live presentation, and a lot of Q&A. Everybody can come in and just pick my brain.
Can you sell those? Can you get like a trunk full of those and go sell them on your own for whatever price? Does that break your manufacturing agreements?
I can do that, but that sounds like work.
It does sound like work.
I don't want to do that.
Dana, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
And you're going to know the guy that comes into the room next when you pass in the hallway.
I was going to say something, but I won't say something. Yeah, I do. How about that? But
know him real well.
I know him really well.
Knowles family reunion here on the show today. Kevin Knowles is on next. Dana, congratulations. And again, you can link to that right off of our Facebook page if you want to get the shower caddy. Nicely done.
Thank you.